Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Martin Matienga. I'm International Recruitment Officer at Brunel University. Thank you for joining our My International Experience webinar today. So I'm joined by three students. I'm joined by Fiona, Tina, and Kubra, who are three current students at Brunel. So what we're going to cover today, so the first will be a brief overview of Brunel University London. The next will be the student stories, and then a Q&A session at the end as well. So in terms of Brunel University, so we're located in West London in a town called Uxbridge. So it's about 20 minutes from Heathrow Airport. So 20 minutes from Heathrow Airport by car and 45 minutes into central London. So in a really good location and quite reasonably well priced as well compared to other universities in London. In terms of location as well, so just on the tube map as well, I hope you can see my cursor. So we're located, as I said, in Uxbridge, which is just in West London here. And then in terms of our accommodation and student population as well, so we have an estimated population of around 14,000 students, of which 4,900 international students. In terms of our campus as well, sort of one campus-based university, meaning pretty much everything is on campus. So from our sports facilities to accommodation to lecture centers. So from the picture on your screen as well, you can see that it's quite a large campus, quite a lot of open spaces as well. So it's really good in terms of walking from your lecture centers to your rooms to the sports facilities. It's all really in walking distance and a really good location and quite a nice vibrant community that we have on campus as well. And then just in terms of some of our facilities, so some of the pictures you can see, so you can see our library at the top left-hand corner, some of the green spaces in front of the lecture centers as well, with our sports center, which our students use in as well. Previously, we had Usain Bolt that used to use our facilities when he was training for the Olympics. Some of our business centers as well, and lecture centers are at the bottom. And then the good thing about Brunel is that we have quite a few cafes and restaurants located on campus, which obviously our staff and students can use on a daily basis. So it's a really good in terms of location of having things on campus as well. And like I mentioned, so we do have a lot of green spaces and sports centers as well based on campus. We have our athletics arena, outdoor pitches, tennis courts, which our sports teams and also external visitors can use as well. And you can also use it for social events as well. If you just want to sort of have a friendly game with your roommates or friends as well, that's also available there for you. And then just a quick sort of overview of our rankings in terms of world rankings with QS and Times Higher Education. So we're ranked 368th in the world and 42nd in the UK. In terms of World University ranked as well, 43rd in the UK. And then for our international outlook, we're ranked 28th. So that's quite important to us as we're quite a diverse community as well with lots of international students like I previously mentioned. And then as well, we're also well ranked for impact as well in the world. So 99th in the world for impact and 20th in the UK. And we also have just a few rankings for some of our departments. So for example, aerospace engineering is ranked 22nd in the UK, creative writing is 14th in the UK. And as well, we also accredited, our business schools are well accredited as well with AMBA and AAC SB accreditation, and as well as sports science programs, physiotherapy, occupational therapy programs are all very well ranked, and that's recognized in these rankings as well. So they're all really good programs available at Brunel. And some of our students as well are on these programs. We'll speak about them later. So in terms of our, preparing our students for today and the future, so we have our Professional Development Center, which is an award-winning team, which are basically there to support you when you become a student at Brunel in terms of finding jobs, whether it's part-time or graduate jobs. They also assist you if you have your own sort of business ideas. So if you have any interest in maybe pursuing your own business plans as well, we're there to support you through the Professional Development Center. And they have obviously assisted students in the past before, as well in terms of finding placements. So if your course offers a placement year, then the Professional Development Center can support you in finding your placement. They support you in terms of finding jobs, so they'll advertise a lot of jobs on a weekly basis. If you're lucky enough to get invited to interview as well, they can help you prepare for your interview in any assessment centers that you have to attend as well. And as well, we do offer free modern languages courses at Brunel. So there's about 6 languages that you can learn for free as long as you sign up at the beginning of the year. These sort of include French, Italian, Mandarin as well. So it's a really good option. And I would highly recommend that you sign up for one of those 3 languages, because it's really good, especially on your CV and just in terms of personal growth as well. And as well, we have part-time work opportunities and volunteering opportunities as well as study abroad opportunities. So you have the opportunity to maybe study in a different country for a couple of months as part of your program. And as well as different employability skills development opportunities. So we have opportunities where we invite companies on campus to speak to students, and we have guest lectures as well. So it's a really good way to network and meet people in the current field that you might be interested in maybe working in after you've graduated. And then in terms of professional development centers, so we're awarded the 5th best university care service in the country as well, and have received other awards for excellence in careers and employability service engagement in 2020. So it's a really good team and very supportive, and there to help you to find any opportunities after you've graduated and during your studies as well. And at the bottom as well, you can see some of the companies that some of our students have got on to work for. So Barclays, HSBC, IBM, Land Rover. So quite a few well-known companies as well that we obviously have ties with, and that we've supported our students in getting jobs at. And then just a brief sort of overview of the graduate immigration route. So this is the new student visa that has come into place from this year. So for students that are graduating from this summer, they'll be eligible for this visa. So from what we know so far from the UKVI government is that international students that are completing their course from this summer will be eligible for the 2-year visa. It allows students to graduate, after they graduate, to work and look for jobs in any sector in the UK and at any level. And the visa will be for 2 years, so it won't be extendable after the 2 years. In terms of leading to settlement, it doesn't really count towards any settlement visa that you might apply for afterwards. So it doesn't count towards that, but it is possible to switch to a tier 2 visa after the 2 years. Because obviously after 2 years you need to switch to tier 2 to then sort of work permanently in the jobs that you might have found as well. And as well as soon as we get more information on the visa, we'll obviously update you as well, because our immigration team are very good at sending out emails with the information on the visas as well. And then just briefly on scholarships, so in terms of merit-based scholarship schemes, so our main international scholarship is our International Excellence Scholarship, which is worth £6,000. And it's applied, so if you're an undergraduate student, it's applied to each year of your studies. If you're a postgraduate student, it's applied to just 1 year of your studies. And that includes, so if you're on a 2-year postgraduate program, it would be applied to the first year of your studies, and then your second year is normally your placement year, and the fees are much lower in your second year. And for any students that are part of or applied for a program in the College of Engineering, Design and Physical Sciences, there's also an academic excellence scholarship, which is worth £2,000. And that's £2,000 per year as well if you're in an undergraduate program. Then we have our Dean's International Scholarship for Occupational Therapy and Physiotherapy as well, which is a £2,000 award, which is applied per year again. And then there is more information as well in the link just mentioned there. And then in terms of automatic fee waivers, so for some students might qualify for one of these awards. We have a postgraduate academic excellence scholarship waiver, which is 15%. With a Brunel graduate discount for any students that might have previously studied an undergraduate course with us and now looking to study a master's, you'd automatically qualify for that. And then we have a family discount and family alumni discount. So if you and your immediate family members have studied at Brunel, then you can also apply for that discount. And then there's the early payment discount, which is 2%. If you're able to pay your full tuition fees sort of in one payment, then you would qualify for that discount as well. So that's it in terms of an overview of Brunel. So now we'll move on to our student stories. So like I mentioned previously, we have 3 students with us. So we have Fiona, Kubra, and Tina. So they'll be sort of sharing their experience of Brunel and how they sort of ended up on their courses and why they chose Brunel. So I'll firstly just let them introduce themselves. So I'll start with Fiona. If you could just sort of introduce yourself and let us know what you're studying at Brunel.
Hello everyone, I am Fiona Mehta and I am from India. I am a final year undergraduate student studying law with international arbitration and commercial law. I chose Brunel because when I first saw Brunel, I thought it's just a normal university, but when I went on campus and saw how it really is, a lot of different universities in London do not have a nice campus life, along with such a nice academics. Even with my career in law, the law school as well as the business school has helped me a lot. As mentioned before, about the modern languages, I did get to learn Spanish and French, which made a lot of impact on my CV. So the reason why I chose Brunel is there are so many different ways to gain transferable skills for your career. It has helped me a lot. And yeah, I think that would be it. If you have any questions about law or studying internationally, then let us know.
Thanks, Fiona. Kubra, could you invite you to introduce yourself as well?
Hello everyone, I am Kubra. I came from Turkey. I did my undergrad on civil engineering in Turkey. Currently, I am studying Master of Science in Project and Infrastructure Management. I live campus. When I first came London, it was in September. Brunel University provided me a taxi to pick me up from the airport campus. Also, there is a bus that is straight from airport to campus, which takes just 30 minutes. When I came to campus, people asked me to help carrying my luggages, and it was really good. It was really glad. The other day in the campus, there is a welcoming week activities. In that activity, there are many societies and clubs to sign up. Also, you can have free food. I can clearly say that everything is smoothly for me. Also, when it comes to the reason why I choose Brunel University, Brunel University is one of the best universities in the UK in my field. That's why I didn't hesitate to choose Brunel University. And so far, my experience is really good. Also, other thing that I liked in the university, end of each term, university asks you your feedback, and you can tell about your experience in the lecture, about lecturer in the campus. You can say everything. For example, we request to have a study room for master students. Also, they allocated us a study room, and it was really good for us. These are my experience in the university. I will be happy to answer your questions related to campus life as international students, also about the university and about civil engineering. Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you, Kubra. Tina?
Hi everyone, I am Tina and I'm coming from Greece. I am a second year undergraduate theatre student. I chose Brunel because art and theatre in London are very important, and there are a lot of things to watch. So for me, choosing Brunel was a great option because it's also a university that focuses both on practical and theoretical aspects of theatre, and that was that was really important for me. When I came here last year, I stayed on campus, and that was a great opportunity to meet new people. And also on campus, there are a lot of resources, such as the medical center and the well-being, but also it was the thing that helped me a lot to socialize and learn more things about London and life here was the societies. I am a member now of a committee member of 3 different societies in the arts section, and like theatre, drama society, musical theatre society, and improv society, and that helped me a lot to have other interests alongside my studies. And there are a lot of other clubs and societies that you can go, even sports societies, etc., that I think really help you to socialize and learn more about life here. and also have fun. I also did modern languages this year. I did Spanish, and it's a great opportunity to learn a language and it's also free. The thing I would like to tell you is that we had personal tutors, and that was really helpful for me because I didn't know how the educational system here works. So I emailed immediately my personal tutor and I asked him like what I have to do and how the grading works, and that was really, really helpful. Also, I asked, there's a resource in Brunel University that you can ask about the English level and help you with. They don't proofread your essays, but they can help you with that. And I also did that when I first came here. With COVID this year, which I know was a huge thing, I had to go back to Greece for a couple of months. And then when I returned here, I had to pay the COVID test kit. And I found that Brunel University has a funding that can support you pay after you pay your COVID test kit to come back to London. You can send the invoice to the university and they can help you partially or the whole fees depending on how much money you paid for the package. But I found that really, really helpful. But yes, if you have any other questions that I can answer, put in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you, guys. It's good to hear that you guys all sign up for the free languages, the modern languages courses as well. So that's really good to hear. Just in terms of finding out about Brunel and applying to Brunel, I wonder if you guys can maybe just sort of briefly sort of explain how you found out about Brunel and how your application process was. So for example, if you maybe applied by yourself or if you used an agency or an advisor, just sort of maybe describe that process quickly for us. If I start with you, Fiona.
So I applied to Brunel through an agency, as it was the most suitable for me because at that time I didn't know how to apply or anything through UCAS, and they helped me through it. It was a good experience as I learned more about Brunel through the agency, as they would, tell me to go through it, like go to the website in detail, if that helps. And yeah, that's what I can think of.
No, that's great. Thank you, Fiona. How about you, Kubra?
Yes, also I applied the university by agency. It was really helpful for me. I just attend the visa meeting. That's all. All the documents the agency conducted for me, and they had conversation with the university. And thanks to the agency, it was easy for me to apply the university.
Oh, that's great to hear. How about you, Tina? You tell us a bit about your experience as well.
Yeah, I applied through an agency as well because I had to do a different sort of applications as well because I auditioned for drama schools. So I had an agency to help me with that as well.
Okay, no, that's great to hear. In terms of just your current living situations as well, are you all staying on campus? And if so, how have you found the experience of staying on campus, like the quality of the rooms, and maybe if you just sort of briefly describe your sort of on-campus experience to us briefly. If I come back to you, Fiona, if you could just maybe give us a brief experience of it.
Yes, I have lived all 3 years of my undergrad degree on campus in different halls, and it was the best experience I have received. As I said earlier, like Brunel is a campus-based university, so there are always events on campus. There are so many societies and clubs you can join and go to. There are weekly events. And I had great flatmates from different, from around the world, and I could learn a lot from them. And yeah, if I get a chance, I would still live on campus. It's great.
I know that's great to hear. And how about you, Kubra? Are you staying on campus as well? And how's your experience been?
Yes, to be honest, first I just hesitated to stay in campus in the hall because of COVID. But when I came here, I was so happy because to live in campus, that means you have many friends and different from the different countries. For example, in my flat, I have friends from Canada to India, and we have really good relationship with them. And also you can have a chance to learn their culture. You can share your culture with them, also your meals. And to stay in the hall, it is really good because whenever I need anything, I just use the application called Planon, and they always, the maintenance always come to fix any issue. Also, you can ask anything to accommodation center. It is really helpful. I want to talk about my room. I stay in Clifton Hall. We share our kitchen and our bathroom, but I didn't have any problem so far. Everything is really good. I am so happy to choose stay the hall.
No, that's great, Kubra. Thank you very much for that. And how about you, Tina? Are you staying on campus as well, or are you off campus?
Currently, I'm not living on campus, but I booked a house with some friends from the Brunel lettings. But last year I lived on campus. Last year when I lived on campus, I was really happy about the quality of the room and the flat, because it was always clean, and also the security help you. They can help you at any time because they're always open on campus. Now I'm living off campus through the Brunel lettings, as I said before, which is you can find it on the accommodation center, I think. And also there was a fair last year that we went through the Brunel lettings, and they help you book a house with your friends. And it's really, really good because everything you do is through Brunel. So basically now that I'm living in a house, still I have Brunel's support through that, because whatever we need for the house, the university and the accommodation center is the one that help us solve any problem.
Oh, no, that's fantastic. And how have you found sort of the experience of commuting to Brunel then from off campus? Is your accommodation quite close to university, or is it, how's your commute?
We're living 10 minutes walking from the campus.
Okay, no, that's great. So quite close then.
Yeah. It's really, really close.
Okay, no, that's great. Okay, so then just in terms of the experience for this year, I know it's been a very sort of difficult year with the COVID situation and everything going on, but in terms of your learning experience, how have you guys found sort of adapting to learning online? And if you've completely learned online throughout the year, or if you've maybe had some in-person teaching, depending on the course that you're on. I don't know if you want to sort of start, let us know exactly how you've been studying.
Yeah, sure. So in law, all our lectures were online due to the situation. It is definitely harder than the normal lectures, and that is pretty understandable. But in terms of Brunel has really helped us. They have given us all the resources we can go through. We have a system on we use Blackboard. We have system where our lectures are recorded, and we can go back to them and hear them back if we want to hear something and make a note of it. So it's pretty helpful and pretty easy to access. And even though it's been difficult, the lecturers are always available. Like, you email them and they reply as soon as they can. So it wasn't really that hard, basically.
Okay, no, that's great to hear. And how about you, Kubra? Have you found the experience this year?
Yeah, unfortunately this year because of COVID, we have a few face-to-face lecture in campus, but I can say generally, actually, for me, to conduct the lectures online, it is I get advantage from that because our lecturer recorded the lecture to Blackboard called a Panepto. And whenever you need to listen, you can listen it again and again and take notes. And for example, when I didn't understand anything, I can listen it again and I can take notes. Also, lecturers are really kind. They can understand our situation, and they share every note. They share everything on the Blackboard. You can reach easily. Also, you can find past exam questions. Also, our lecturers support us. For example, if you have any question, you can answer it, and you can send by email, and they can answer your question, or they can give you feedback. Another thing, also I want to talk about well-being team. They also help a lot to me in this situation, and so far so good for me.
Oh, no, that's great to hear. Thank you, Kubra. And lastly, how about you, Tina? Are you able to share a bit of your experience as well for this year?
I won't lie, this year was a bit difficult, especially at the beginning, and especially for theatre because it's a practical module and practical course, and all of the modules are required to be in space. So at the beginning it was really difficult because everything was online. However, the tutors managed to make it easier for us. I mean, in the sense of they were always open to listen to us on what is difficult for us because the online environment, and we managed to do a great work this year. Also, the rooms in our main building for theatre, which is the Antonin Artaud building, were available to book them, but obviously one by one or in social distancing situations. So we were able at some times to go there and practice in space. And luckily enough, last month we were able to do our ensemble production in person. So yeah, hopefully next year, at least for theatre, it seems like it would be in person because we are a practical course. However, yeah, I don't know, but it seems like it. That's what the tutors say to us.
Okay, no, that's good to hear. I'm glad to hopefully we'll be able to sort of return to on-campus teaching soon, and once everything's sort of hopefully gone back to normal. In terms of questions, I think we will just check the chat box and see if there are any questions from any of the attendees. Lisa, are there any questions that we could that are able to answer?
Yep, we've got a few that have come in. The first one, I don't know if Fiona can answer this. It's just regarding law from Alyssa. I'm just asking if it's possible to get an internship opportunity in law firms. I don't know if you know who they can contact.
Okay, I can try and answer. So for internship opportunities, Brunel can help you, so basically we have the professional development center who can help you with your CV and your application and other things like interview and everything. But to get an internship through like Brunel, I don't know. I don't think any university can do that. But we also have a Brunel Pro Bono Center where you can do a lot of pro bono, which is like working with clients under the supervision. So that happens like twice every week. Now it happens online, of course. Hopefully it goes back to normal. And we also have different courses, but for internship, I'm not sure. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I think that gives them good advice. Thank you, Fiona. I've got a question. Actually, all three of you can probably maybe answer. Sukhchand has asked, given that Brunel is a new culture for us, was it easy to embrace this new culture and food, etc.? So I don't know if Tina, if you can start, and then Kubra, and then Fiona. I guess what's the best thing that has been easy to embrace about the UK culture?
For me, it was quite easy to embrace the culture because there are a lot. London is so multicultural as a city, so you can find. I was able, and I'm still able to find literally everything about my culture, even on grocery stores. Like there are Greek products everywhere. So for me, it was very easy to combine the new culture and my own culture because I was able to have nearly everything I got in Athens, where I come from. So I didn't find it difficult. But also, I have my flatmate, for example, he's from Hong Kong, and next to university, pretty really close to the university, there's an Asian store. So she has everything that she had back home. And my other flatmate is Italian, and same with me. She can find Italian products and everything on grocery stores around campus. So it was pretty easy to combine the new culture, but also keep what you like from your own culture.
I can talk about my experience. As I told you, I came from Turkey. Also, first I want to say to live. I'm living in campus. To live in campus is good opportunity because you know the international students make up one third of the campus. That's why to adapt the environment, it will be easy. Also in London, it's same. You can see the people all around the world. Also, you can find the grocery related to your country. For example, I found the Turkish grocery. Also, the local grocery, they have different section. For example, Greek section. Also, they have many opportunity to buy. Also, you have a chance to cook your dish in your flat. For me, I didn't have any problem, and yeah, I don't think so. You will have any problem.
Okay, I agree with both Tina and Kubra actually. So London is very diverse, and you can find your culture everywhere. And additionally, like Brunel has like loads of societies and clubs. So they do have an Indian society. I'm sure they have a Greek society too. So like it's very easy to find people from your culture too. So if you want to enjoy that. And you can also find, like, for example, Indian stores, even in Uxbridge, Indian restaurants and everything. It's just a good luck of living in London because you can find literally everything here, everything. And Brunel is just a plus point at it because it has, the clubs and societies which are related to your cultures or different cultures if you want to explore any different culture. Yeah, it's all there.
Great, thank you so much, all of you. I don't know who can answer this, but I've got a question from Sandra, who's just asked about like the pricing of campus accommodation compared with off campus. So just seeing what's more expensive or less expensive, or if you've got any advice. I don't know which one of you can answer that, please.
I can talk about my experience. Before coming here, I just researched the off-campus. As I told you, because of COVID, I just scared to live with crowded area. But hopefully, I didn't choose the accommodation off-campus. Why? Because I pay really good, really I can afford my accommodation fee. Also, when you think about electricity, internet, gas, and cleaning, maintenance, on campus is really good for me. And just you should think about that. Also, yeah, I think it is cheaper than the campus is cheaper than living off campus, in my opinion.
Hi, I can answer to that too. I agree with Kubra. If you come to London and Brunel for the first time, I think it's more profitable for you to stay on campus because all the bills are included to the rent, and it's a very nice environment. However, I managed to find some friends from Brunel this last year, and this year I'm living to an off-campus property, but through Brunel, and that for me is cheaper because we split the rent to 3 people for a house, and also because we booked the house through Brunel, but we didn't have to pay upfront, only the deposit, and we didn't need like when you book a flat or a house through everywhere else but Brunel, normally they ask you for upfront payments, and also they will ask you for a lot of different information like bank statements, etc. Through Brunel, you don't have to do that because I suppose Brunel is like the Brunel knows you. You're a student, so they accommodate you like that, and you only pay the deposit up front, and then you have the payments to the university. And for me, for example, was a cheaper option to stay at an off-campus property that is close to the university, but also I'm living with friends, and that's surely the best experience that I could have ever done.
Great, thank you for that, both of you. Got 2 questions from Timothy. So his first one is, how far is the campus from London's central business district? So I don't know if one of you can answer that.
So Brunel is 45 minutes away from central London. So you can, so because Brunel is in Uxbridge, you can go to the Uxbridge train station, which is the underground station, which goes all the way directly to central London. So if that helps, I guess.
That's great, thank you. And his second question is about dress code. So which clothes should we carry and for which seasons? I guess all of you are from warmer countries in the UK, so can you give us a bit of advice about what clothes you took with you?
Sorry, yes.
I only brought here my winter clothes because indeed I'm coming from a warmer country, which is Greece, and I have no summer clothes here. I have some t-shirts that are lighter, but normally you will need a winter coat during winter, and by winter I mean November till March, and then a lighter coat for the other months. But for example, now it's May, and normally for me it's summer in Greece, but here now for me it feels like early spring because it rains a lot, so I feel colder, so I have heavier clothes that I would normally wear back in Greece.
Yeah, I am from India, which is like really, really warm. So yeah, I did the same like Tina. I had to get winter clothes, and to be fair, like when I first came here, I had to get more clothes here because I felt like the quality of like winter clothes would be better here than in India because Indian winter is nothing. So So yeah, I got most of my winter clothes from here, like London, in my first year. And yeah, she's actually correct. Like from November to March, or yeah, just March, it's very cold. So it's really preferable to have winter clothes, which is like thick jacket or something like that. And other than that, like now again, it's still cold, like Tina said, but hopefully it gets a little warm in summer. So summer clothes are okay. You can get t-shirts, but then you can get a thick jacket on top. I guess that works.
Thank you. Timothy also said, was it warm in September? Unfortunately, because it's the UK, we can't guarantee it will be hot. It can be really hot in September, but then it can be really hot in March. So I would cater for all seasons when you get to the UK, Timothy. Another question we have, let me just check. A really nice comment from Sukhchand is hearing from all three students makes me eager to experience the different cultures. Pardon the expression, but I think Brunel rocks with respect to this. And then he's asked about a bank account. So I don't know if Kubra, you could start about opening a bank account. Just asked, do I need to come with pounds or mixed currency? I'd say pounds, but I don't know if you've got any advice on opening a bank account.
For my experience, first I suggest you should bring some cash with you, and because it took time to open a bank account here, because they need to check your address and they need to find your address in their system. Actually, also it depends the bank. My suggestion before coming here, you can apply as online. Even if you are here, you should apply online. After that, they will send you a confirmation number and you will go to bank to show your confirmation number. After that, they can open your bank account. But first, when you came here, you need carry cash. But if you have any cards, for example, they are commitments with any UK bank, it will be easy also. Also, you can have, maybe you need have a credit card. For example, to open my SIM card, I need to use credit card. My Turkish credit card, I use my Turkish credit card. If you have your credit card, it can be easy. Yeah, my suggestion before coming here, you should apply for the student's bank account.
As in my experience, yes, I agree with Kubra. You should definitely get a student bank account. And yes, you should get pounds. That is better than getting your national currency. And for me, I personally went to the bank. I didn't try applying online at that time. I went to the bank and got it done. But I could see why Kubra's method is better and more efficient, because it normally does take a bit long for them to, accept the account, because they need to have background checks and everything. But yeah, it's really easy after that. So it's better if you get an account for sure.
My own experience with bank differs a bit from Kubra and Fiona. I downloaded the Revolut app, which is an online bank that is connected with Lloyd's Bank here. And I know that works for euros. I just checked the app and I saw that there are 29 different currencies. So check it out, because for me it helps me a lot with a different currency, because they don't take more money to convert euros to pounds and pounds to euros. And for me it was a great way for my parents also to transfer me the money through this app in euros, and then I make them into pounds and I can use them virtually on my phone. And also I have a physical card as well from that. But also when I came here, I opened a bank account in the university in the bank on campus, which I think now is closed. But I opened it on Santander, and it was very easy because I only used the letters from the university that you can find on your eVision account and my accommodation statement, and it was very easy to open a physical account in the Santander bank.
Great, thank you all. A couple more questions, I think, before we wrap up for this session. I don't know if any of you have been on a placement year. I think the question is whether it's advantageous to go for a placement year or not. Have any of you been on a placement year?
I haven't actually been on placement here. I was actually going to, but then coronavirus happened, and then it was not really advisable at that time to go on placement because it was online. But maybe someone else has.
No, I haven't either.
Yeah, me either.
Okay, it's probably, if you go onto the website, I'll send the link to you shortly, and then you can ask some questions and maybe get in touch with someone who has. I have a question that I think all of you can probably answer about job opportunities working while you study. So I'm guessing that you work obviously at Brunel as well. Could you just give some guidance about that?
Yeah, I can talk about some aspects in the UK. For example, you can find any job in campus by job center, job shop on the Brunel University website. For example, you can work at library. Also, you can work as student ambassador, and aside of on campus, you can apply through the company's website regarding your department. Also in the UK, they have a graduate scheme, and after the graduation, the companies give you opportunity to work them 2 years as a graduate student, and you can look at the some websites, for example, GradCracker, Indeed, and it will be easy to find the job. Yeah, this is my experience.
For me, actually, as Kubra said, there is job shop on campus where you can find opportunities for both on-campus jobs, like part-time jobs, and off-campus. So I also do on-campus opportunity, which is student ambassador, but there are many other job opportunities on campus which students can take. Even if they want to work outside campus, is available. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I agree with Fiona and Kubra. I don't have to add a lot more to that. Job Center can help you with everything. If you want to find an on-campus or off-campus job, and also they can help you with your CV. If you book an appointment to enhance your CV or to write it in a way that it's going to be helpful for you to find a job quicker.
Great, thank you all for that. And that is all the questions that I have. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us for this webinar session. I hope you found it useful, and we look forward to seeing you at another webinar session soon. Thank you very much.